Guys, welcome back to another tutorial video, and this time we are going to be heading straight into skills and then straight down to life skills. Now, this is the type of crafting system for this game, and yes, I'm well aware that a lot of people don't give a crap about crafting systems in a lot of these games because they're monotonous and they're not really too necessary, but if you forget about it in this game, it'll get you killed. All right, it'll be a death sentence. All right, crafting in this game is extremely important, and you will die in dungeons if you don't take advantage of it. And I will explain why in a sec here. So, first of all, let's talk about upgrading. All right, you want to upgrade these guys in pairs of 10s. Now, why is that? Well, it's quite simple to explain. If we look at this turtle here, unlocks at level 30. Scallop unlocks at level 40. Octopus unlocks at level 50. As you can see, you're noticing a trend. These unlock in levels of 10s. So, all the other levels in between, they don't matter. They really don't matter. So, first of all, the one I pay attention to first is fishing. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to upgrade this guy from 20 straight to 30. I'm not going to worry about any of these other guys until I get this to level 30. I will then unlock the turtle. Okay, then I'm going to come over to cooking. All right, cooking is the next most important one because you need the fishing supplies in order to craft these items. So you see I have my eel unlocked here, and I need my eel in order to make this eel gruel, okay? And the eel gruel is what supplies me my mana. That's why this is so important. If you run out of food midway through your dungeon, you will probably die if it's a more difficult dungeon. So make sure you have food on hand. I usually make sure I have 100 eel gruel to supply my mana for the dungeon, and then I will make sure that I have 100 okra juice to supply my health in the dungeon. Now, I'm more of a mana focused class, a magic class, if you will. So usually I don't run out of HP food as often, unless I'm doing a really difficult boss and he's obliterating my health. Then yeah, that'll come in handy in a pinch. But yeah, typically I just need my mana food, and then my class has some healing skills. So that's usually what's supplying me my health in the dungeon. So mana kind of doubles down as almost a sort of health source for me as well. And these work in pairs, by the way. So fishing obviously is needed for cooking, and then gathering is needed for alchemy. And so if we look in alchemy, these provide you your actual potions. So food is sort of like mana and health over time buffs, if you will. So these kind of gradually, as you eat them, they will gradually increase your mana and your HP. But these provide instant satisfaction. These are actual potions. So if we look over here, this gives me 5,000 health in a pinch. So that actually does save your life against more difficult bosses, especially because a lot of the bosses in these games have some interesting mechanics, like the Dusk boss that I was versing in one of my videos had like this little countdown timer bomb type of scenario. And so once the timer ran down on that bomb, it would explode. And if you didn't do the mechanic right, it would do a huge chunk of damage. And so, yes, I would then pop one of these potions in order to get back all that health that boss just took from me. And then same thing here with mana. This gives you 3,000 mana instantly. So the mana potion, I don't really need that often. I mean, it's not like, I mean, maybe later on there will be bosses that actually steal mana from you. Or maybe there's some classes classes that can drain mana. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure it will come in handy in certain scenarios, but I just don't really need it all that often. Usually my food will be plenty enough for me to supply all the mana that I need. And I suppose if I accidentally forget to stock enough mana food, then maybe this potion will come in handy for me. I don't know. But yeah, those are the only scenarios where I could see that coming in handy, is if there's a boss that can drain your mana, or if there's certain classes in PvP that have that mana drain ability. I don't know. But it's there if you need it. And then elixirs. So elixirs also can come in handy as well. Now, the way elixirs work is you need this certain materials here and some stuff from alchemy. So, like this curing powder, you can get from alchemy. That's this 8 HP powder right here. So you can actually craft that. And then the butterfly ash, it's called a production byproduct. So you actually have a chance of obtaining this while you're gathering or crafting. So what you need these for, once you get those, you can hit the craft button and you will have a chance to randomly obtain some of these items here. And there's some pretty good ones in here, actually. Like Protection Dew, protects you against 10,000 damage. I actually got this and used it to help me on that boss I was talking about earlier, that Dusk boss. It protected me from that bomb. And then I was able to take him down. And then there's also Pill of Light, which removes 2 negative effects. So I probably could have removed that countdown timer as well. But yeah, a lot of interesting stuff in here that you have a chance at obtaining. I don't know. I don't really care about elixirs too much. I would much rather focus on cooking more than anything. But you still want to level this up anyway, just so that you can make those HP and mana potions, so you have those in a pinch when you need them. And then down below here, we also have stuff that I don't care about too much. That's why these aren't leveled up quite as much. Like this gives me HP. I mean, whoopee, an extra 1,000 HP. I mean, I have, I think, 25,000 HP right now on my character, so not that big of a help, honestly. And then luck. I'm sure this will come in handy way later down the road, once I get this buffed up enough. But for now, cooking is the most important thing to me. I mean, this is what's actually keeping me alive in the dungeons and sustaining my my HP and my mana. So if I run out of this, I'm dead. Enough said about that. I mean, that's the most important thing. That's why you guys want to focus on leveling these up, so that you can get this HP and mana food. That's task number 1 for everybody. And then aside from that, all this stuff does also come in handy for your daily Stone of Madness quest or event that you need to get done every day. Go ahead, claim that, I guess. And you'll see that a lot of the stuff that you can craft or gather is in here. All right, all these materials come straight from your skills. Usually there'll be one in the bottom right sometimes that you don't get from gathering. And this I usually just ask for help on. It's good to ask for help on some stuff occasionally, just because people can get some extra resources from helping you. So I always try and help people whenever I can, just so I can get those extra resources, and then you can spend them in the shop. I think if we go to the bag here and hit exchange, yeah, these are the resources here. So I think it was honor was the one that you get from doing guild stuff, if I remember. I don't know. Stuff like that slips my mind occasionally. So it is what it is. Actually, I think if we go to events and guild quest here, it might tell us. Oh, contribution. Okay. Used for life skills and training. All right. So yeah, I guess contribution is what you get for doing guild stuff and helping people. So if we go in here and go to benefits and guild assist, this is where you can find everything that people need, and then you can supply them with it. So I might actually go through after this video and craft some of these stuff so that I can help them out and obtain some extra contribution for that. And lastly, if you're a Venomancer class in particular, you can tap your pet and you will see that the pet needs food, right? So higher rarity pets require more difficult food, if I remember. And oh man, sorry, had to yawn there. So as you see, I just got some vegetable buds for my pet, and you want to keep his satiation maxed out because then it will deal full damage. And I think it helps with all the stats, actually, if I remember. So you do want to make sure that you keep your pets fully buffed up because they lose satiation when they fight or die. So, and it says at low satiation, pets get hungry and pet stats are decreased. So your pet will not be dealing full damage and won't have the max amount of health and stats and everything if it's hungry. So make sure you keep that boy fed. But just another reason to buff up your skills. And other than that, I think I explained most of everything here, made all the points that I needed to get across. Other than that, not much else to go over. Like I said, just make sure you're leveling up your skills and everything so that you have sufficient food to keep you going through your dungeons. Otherwise, you're literally just gonna slowly die. You will die a slow, painful death unless you have a good cleric, I guess, to keep you alive in the dungeon. So that'll be your only saving grace if you don't craft enough food to get you by for these dungeons. But other than that, guys, hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one.